today we have with us Babek Aliassa from Canada. He is a film producer and filmmaker there. Let us try to know from him the best practices they are following in Canada to make their film industry more inclusive. Hi, Babek.
Hi,
Hi.
Madhavi Latha.
Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
So, could you please let us know the inclusion, how it will be in Canada, particularly for persons with disabilities with regard to film industry?
Listen, in Canada, we didn't have inclusion also in the film industry, especially in the French side, because I'm living in the French side, Quebec. But recently, things changed. I think the people, they realized first that their immigrants are going there a lot in the last few years. And also, once they realize that actually there are so many immigrants and many that want to make films, they also pay attention to native people and people with disability.
Great.
And I would say in the probably last 3 years, it became I saw more and more programs for these people, for these minorities.
Great. Programs means what type of programs you are seeing?
In Canada, usually the film are not financed the same way than in India. Film are not privately financed. No film in Canada, and there are some, but basically is always the money comes from government.
Oh,
So I would say in a certain way, it's even easier this way, right?
yeah.
Because you have two levels of government, provincial and federal, that gives the money. And these governments are responsible to
Correct.
satisfy the public, the minorities, the people with disability, the native people. And so I'm very, very happy because things are finally changing.
I'm happy to know. So finance is being done by government. So I think it is easy to bring this inclusion on faster pace.
Yes, because the
Yeah.
government can say, okay, we want also film made by disabled people, right? It's not only everybody comes and it's competitive. Because when you start your career as a person of being black people or as a person Iranian like me or as a person with disabilities, of course your first movie cannot compete with people that are more experienced and for years and years they got finance. But so you need some kind of quotas, right? Some kind of, okay, we need the money comes basically from taxpayers.
Yeah.
If the money comes from a private, the person can say, no, I want this kind of movie. But when the money comes from the government, you have the responsibility to
Yeah.
satisfy all kind of people, right?
So, do you have any training programs for filmmakers with disabilities or otherwise acting or different filmmaking courses are there, no?
There are
Uh,
lots of programs now.
oh, for
Yes,
persons with
yes,
disabilities.
yes, and they take into account that. You know,
Okay.
it's very politically correct. I would say
Hmm.
Canada is becoming politically correct, and I
Okay.
would say um, it enriches the society.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, this is very important to understand, right? It's a plus for a society
Yeah.
to give money to people with disability and have their filmmakers because they know better what kind of story they want to tell,
Yes, that
right?
they can bring a different perspective to the film
Voila.
industry and
Voilà.
yes.
Yes, it's very, very important for me because they make films that are true. If I make, for example, a movie about a Chinese family, what do I know?
Yes.
Right? So it will be very, very cliche,
Yeah.
right? The story will be kind of flat. But when the person tells with disability, explains her childhood and what the problem, it's real because he will bring details that I
Yes.
cannot know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, in one of the films which we made recently, Stride. So there we try to show like in a corporate environment how the environment can be inclusive. Some of the staff are non-disabled, some are from LGBTQ community, some are with the persons with disabilities. uh, some deaf colleagues will be there. They communicate with the help of sign language interpreter. So we try to show. So even if we make any film which may not be around disability, but with our perspective, we can show uh, how the environment there can be more inclusive.
Yes.
Because we have so many thoughts thinking that why this is like that, if they make a simple change this will be inclusive,
Yes.
like that we will have thoughts, but till now we are not getting the opportunity to showcase all those thoughts. But if filmmakers with disabilities are encouraged, as you told, definitely we can bring a different perspective, and that will be helpful even for the society.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. And I want to see that. When I go to see movie, personally, as a cinephile, I want to see the different perspective on the same subject, on the same country. Right? There's so many stories we can have,
Yes.
right? But not by always the same people. By seeing different angles, uh, you really enrich the society. And then you help change the view of the society, of the new generation, and have a new vision for the future of this society. I
Yes.
truly believe that.
And have you seen any senior filmmakers mentoring these persons with disabilities, or because they need some guidance, right? Professional part. Have you seen anybody mentoring them or guiding them?
No, I haven't seen them, but
Okay.
I saw the programs. So the probably personally I don't apply, but I was quite happy to see. Oh, there are now programs for this, and all these programs are basically doing the same thing. So it means it gives an opportunity to visible minority or people with disability to be matched with a person that has experience, because this is what we
Yes.
want, right? We want
Yes.
somebody that has much more experience to
Yes.
take our hand and
Yes.
say, come with me.
Yes.
And this is precious. I think this is
Yeah.
important. So we grew up. We need mentors, basically,
Yes.
right?
Mentors, right?
And at any level in
Yes.
your life, we
Yes.
need mentors.
Yeah, in film industry also, if we have such type of mentorship programs, or otherwise at least we can observe, if they allow, we can observe the seniors how they are doing, that by observing also we can learn.
Yes,
Yeah.
and someday maybe yourself or some other filmmakers with disability will start mentoring other people with disability. Right? You cannot the first generation by
Yes.
pushing that, pushing the government to change their programs and help you more, just to have a more fair society.
Yeah, we can be peer mentors for other persons
Voilà.
with disabilities in future,
Yes, definitely.
and
Yeah.
yeah, that will be great.
Yeah, that would be great. And finally, we see some change,
Yeah.
right? Finally. I don't know in India, in Canada, I'm quite happy to see finally some change. It's the beginning of something
Yeah.
there.
And another thing, coming to this film festivals part, right now we are seeing here IFFI, they made wonderful opportunities for persons with disabilities. Infrastructure facilities also they made accessible, so we all can go around. Sign language interpretation, like that, various things they this year they ensured. So how the film festivals happen in Canada? Uh, are they very inclusive? Uh,
Yes, they are. They are
okay.
in film festival there. They are also because they have to. Okay, otherwise they will be checked. The government come because they get money from the government, so they
Yes.
are
Yeah.
responsible for that. If a person with disability cannot access something, they will find a way and they can complain, and then the government will come and say, okay, we cut funding for your next festival. So they're very afraid there. They
Very
want to
nice.
be. Yeah. The society has to change. Definitely
Yeah, yeah.
has to
So
change.
in our world, everyone needs to get equal opportunities, right?
Yes, yes, it's important. It's
Yeah.
important. Everybody has the right. We all equal, and we should really give opportunities, and judge by their work. Right? I understand if they cannot produce a good film, something. I understand totally, but you shouldn't at the beginning say, "Oh, the person is black or he has disability, something he won't be able to," because finally, film with an iPhone, with a small phone, you make a movie sometimes very, very nice, much nicer with the one with big budget. So
Yeah.
give people the opportunity to make a different work.
Thank
You
you.
know.
Thank you
Okay, you're
so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Hi, viewers. If anybody is from film industry and if they are interested to mentor persons with disabilities who wants to be in the film industry, please inform us. We are ready to connect you with the interested persons with disabilities who wants to be part of the film industry or entertainment industry. Thank you.